Live on a Thursday edition, Merely Bo, the Great Z. Look at all the stuff on this. Luminaries, signings.
Oh,
guests.
my goodness.
Posix joining us soon. You have that to look forward to, which is very, very nice. We're loaded up, buddy.
Are you kidding me? Posick 105.
Luminaries.
J.W. Johnson with a major announcement.
Big L luminary.
The biggest.
Yep.
And I will tell you this. You're also going to get a little pay attention to the scores tease.
Oh.
From Mr. Johnson.
Oh.
2 o'clock.
Are we?
The voice, Jim Donovan, 2:20
The
live
voice.
right here in studio. Dalvin Tomlinson.
Oh, my God.
Let's go.
Tomlinson in studio in an hour and 20. Posick going to join us momentarily. The voice and J.W. Johnson.
And us.
Big L, let alone us.
Come on.
It's a good time.
Because we're free from Gibbe's yoke.
His yoke.
And now
how is he doing right now? What's the liver? How much milk thistles he pounding to get through a day?
He's probably struggling, not only in
I've not seen
terms of
one...
the liver, but in terms of the golf. He sent me a picture of this course that he played, and I was like, "Is that even fun?" Because
is it Wolf Creek or one of the other ones?
One of the other ones. This is one in Utah. Like, you can scroll one to the side as well. But it feels like unless you hit it right where you're trying to hit it, you're not hitting it again. It's going off of a canyon.
Oh my gosh!
So I was thinking, could Gibby even play that course? You've seen Gibby hit the golf ball.
I've not seen him hit the golf ball.
Oh, you have not?
No.
I mean, I think
that is a brutal. So you're hitting down, and then
the fairway's going sideways.
The fairway's going sideways. So it's kind of making a T a little bit, not quite, but then the other thing with desert golf, it's gonna roll, baby.
Yes.
It's going to roll out there.
Oh, baby.
A guy like you might want to have to – what would you hit off of this?
I have no idea. I'd have to even know how far it was. I don't even have any frame of reference. I'm like a child who's wandered into the middle of a movie.
Look at this target Gibby hitting.
Yeah, Gibby's not – that's what I'm saying. I've seen Gibby hit. It's not happening.
That's not –
so I was like, was that
tight
fun
lie,
for
Coach.
you? Well, the tee's right here, and that looks very far away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stunningly beautiful.
It is,
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're talking about that's what's going to happen when you're talking about when you play in the desert golf. You're going to get some high elevation.
That's Utah. That's
some gorgeous. That's high desert though.
Yeah, high desert.
Southern Utah is certainly high desert. So you're going to get a part of that there.
You're not wrong.
So then that's what happens. Then you get all the luminaries joining us today. I can't believe the voice is joining us. We haven't talked to the voice in a minute. I look forward to talking to the voice about everything that's going on.
I love talking with him.
Yeah, that's very, very nice. One other thing from since we last did a show, a couple of reported signings. Juan Thornhill, who you've mentioned many times, the safety. So this is what was much needed. Yes, you did.
Strange.
This is amazing. This is your center field safety. This is what you needed. 3 years, $21 million on that, per the NFL Network's Tom Pelissaro, and then reportedly signed defensive tackle Maurice Hurst. From Mary Kay of the Plain Dealer, of course. Hurst, former Michigan guy, right? And was really good early.
Stud at Michigan. He's just
really
been hurt.
Stud. He's just been banged up and hasn't played much the last couple of years, but was a stud at Michigan. Thornhill, I know less about.
Thornhill's 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Well, that part I knew, but in terms of the style of play or
center field, free safety, was top, I think, 12 in coverage grade among safeties last year at Pro Football Focus. 3 interceptions. That's what this defense needed, and the Browns wanted him, and then the Browns got him, which was very good. So that really, I think, kind of solidifies this team. And we're going to have a parade of luminaries here, but if we get a moment, we can kind of reset. Okay, what does this lineup look like right now? And I'll tell you what, it looks pretty darn good. So Hurst, by the way, has really not played much. To be fair, he didn't play all of last year. Played 2 games in 21. He had 7.5 sacks his first 2 years in the league with the Oakland Raiders. So he hasn't played since really the Raiders were in Oakland. 11 games the following year in Vegas, and then really hasn't played. He's been injured. He was out all year with an injury.
That's 2 years since he's played
any
kind of at all. But he checks the boxes, none. And it checks the boxes. Kind of reminds me of the Malik McDowell signing, honestly, from a couple of years ago, and that worked out really well for that year. And obviously, I'm not comparing the two instances or situations, just comparing in terms of the no risk, potentially pretty decent reward if it all works out. So there's those signings there. You went from a point yesterday when you're like, we need these are the minimum requirements to field a team.
We're there.
To now you're there, and now it's just going to be that speed receiver thing we talk about a lot. Seeing a lot of stuff from our guys about AWOC, JOK.
They all want him.
They all want him back. I mean, we do too. I mean, you love him.
I love it.
And it feels like he wants to be here. And
he was playing great.
It's one of those things where, like, I mean, I felt like we did a decent job of trying to explain it, but the difference between when he was there and when he was not was enormous. And
it was enormous.
And
That's a good word.
You think of what JOK was like at the start of last season when he was there, and you see how well those two work together. I don't think it's a coincidence. So I'd love to see that too. We'll see where we are with all of those things. But in terms of the minimum requirements to go play football games, we're now there. You've got some depth on that defensive line. You've got starters on that defensive line. You got pros, and you've got the free safety in the back that you needed to have in Thornhill. So that's a win across the board.
Not Browns. Some breaking news: the Giants have signed Paris Campbell to a 1-year deal, and I think that's the deal with this receiver class. Is it's going to be a lot of 1-year deals out there right now. And I would say that, McCole Hardman, Juan Thornhill already on Twitter saying we came in 2019 to the Chiefs together, come to Cleveland with me. Mm-hmm. So he's doing a little recruiting out there. And we'll see. I know that the Browns have been, it's been reported they've been in the market for receivers, and whether that's a big kind of a trade or somebody like Hardman, I think that will be interesting and kind of add that dimension. So keep an eye there. I think the Browns will certainly keep making moves there.
Yeah,
I got Ethan
on that front. You're constantly trying to improve this roster, and not done yet, but a lot of good stuff has happened. And one of the things that really kicked it off as we head out on the Twisted Tea hotline, brought to you by Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, official sponsor of your Cleveland Browns. Keep it twisted, Cleveland. Was the resigning of Ethan Posick, and he joins us now on that hotline. Ethan, thank you so much for taking the call. I mean, Nathan and I were talking about, you think about where you were a year ago, where you were at the start of camp, and now to be re-signed, to be entrenched on an offensive line that's one of the best in the league, leading an offense that we hope is one of the best in the league. What did this mean to you to be able to get it signed on the line, which is dotted, and lock yourself into the Browns for the future?
Let me hang up on them and call them back.
Do you want me to just call him?
No, Ethan.
Same thing. Yeah, drop it.
You don't even have to hang up.
Drop it.
It's frustrating, dude. It's just it's a phone, right? And a phone system. I'm excited to have him back.
Yeah,
I like to talk with him.
This happened yesterday with James Palmer, so it's a couple of them in a row where it's happened. It's frustrating because you got Ethan there. Obviously, he doesn't know he's on, or it's I don't know what's going on. But you can't put a guy in the air that he doesn't know he's on air.
No, sad.
That's not a win. So nevertheless, it was. If you think about that road from where he was to where he is, it's pretty remarkable.
The sad thing is, it's such a huge B.
Felt like the Palmer intro was there too.
Oh,
and now
God.
It's all lost.
Yeah, you're on an intro heater right now, to be honest with you. I don't mind saying that. It's not just
a lot of fastballs coming here.
Yeah, it's like Nolan Ryan in his heyday.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we're getting a lot of Robin Venturas.
Yeah, not even. They're not. I mean, just yeah.
Well, we might have to take matters into our own hands.
Might be, yeah. Well, the good news is,
what if he calls my cell and I just hold it like this?
You could do that, yeah. Dalvin will be in studio.
Yes.
So that one I feel very confident in that we'll be able to do that one.
Yes.
So we'll see. All right. Let's take a quick timeout. I think I'm going to make the executive decision. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll reset. And we'll see if we can get Ethan Posick back on the phone. We're off and running. Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, coming soon to Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland.